Brothers and sisters in Christ and brothers and sisters that want to be with Christ, this is Fruit of the Vines, daily words of wisdom for this Wednesday morning. And what God put in my heart and my soul and my spirits is to talk about brothers and sisters about when you did somebody wrong, you need to ask for forgiveness. Lots of people out there did people wrong. I done people wrong in the past. But when you do people wrong, you carry that inside of your heart, inside of your soul for a long time if you didn't ask for the forgiveness. That's guilt. That's from Satan. Guilt will take you to an early grave. Guilt will give you a life of misery on this earth. Let go of the guilt. If you did somebody wrong, just go to that person and be like, hey, I did you wrong. Hey, but God told me to tell you, could you please forgive me? And that's what you got to do. I mean, because if you carry all of this stuff inside of you, you will explode later on in your years, and then you become bitter. Then you have jealousy and envy and strife and malice in your heart, and then you can't do nothing for the Lord. And so that's why I'm saying this, because God put that in my heart and my soul and my spirit. I don't know who I'm talking to out there, but do that. If you did somebody wrong, go out there to whoever you did it to and humble yourself. And that's another thing too. Pride keeps you from going to somebody and telling them that you're sorry. Arrogance keeps you from going to somebody and telling them that you're sorry. It's a Bible verse, Proverbs 16:18. Pride leads to destruction, arrogance to your downfall. That's from the Satan. Love conquers all evil. That's from God. Love is forgiveness. Forgiveness is love. And that's what you got to do. And God said, if you have to remain humble with God at all times. He said, humble thyself in his sight and he will lift you up, James 4:10. If you're not humble, then God can't lift you up, because you got that pride and you got that arrogance inside of you, and it won't allow you to be lifted up by God, because that's from Satan, pride and arrogance. It keeps you down. It keeps you that, in your misery. And God, he don't want you to be in your misery. If you mess up, God wants you to just ask for forgiveness and move on. And then when you move on, then you can do great things for the Lord. Last thing, James 5:16 say, confess your faults to each other and pray for one another, and God will answer your prayer. He said the prayers of the righteous avail much. If you had a secret out here that you've been holding on for years, and it's eating you up inside, and it keeps you from doing the will of God, it keeps you from pleasing him, you need to go to somebody that you think that you can trust, and you need to ask them to pray for you, because God said the prayer of the righteous availeth much. If that person is a righteous person of God, God will give you the discernment to let you know who that person is, but you need to let it out. Society, the devil's society, say keep it in and take it to your grave. God say let it out, so he can handle that for you, so you can move on and live for him. How can somebody pray for you if you don't let them know what's going on with you? God hears prayers. That's the only way we communicate to him, through prayer. And I'm in the ministry. My wife is in the ministry. If you got something going on with you, let us know, or let a minister or somebody that you can trust know. They don't have to be a minister, but somebody that you know that love the Lord. You need to let them know so they can pray for you, because obviously you can't pray for yourself, because you still held down by those secrets that's putting you down. So what God put in my heart and my soul and my spirit, if you did somebody wrong, go ahead and dial that number, call that person, email that person, Facebook that person, Twitter that person, YouTube that person, whatever you got to do with that person. Say, look, I'm sorry I did you wrong 10 years ago or 5 years ago. Would you forgive me? If they don't forgive you, that's okay, because God said you doing that for you. So the evil spirits can release you out the way, so you can go on and live for the Lord and be free, like I'm free. I'm running out of time. God bless you.